This is video number 2 ever. Welcome people, welcome back to my second video ever. So now, the first knowledge I'll share today will be about before the beginning of existence. Before anything existed, there was pure nothing, nothingness. What is this nothingness, you ask? Nothing is also known as eternity himself. Eternity. And these are the other terms that eternity is known as. Nothing is known as. You ready? Here are the names so people can recognize who this being is. So here's the names that the source, the nothing, is known as. The Heavenly Father. The Source. The Dark. The Void. Infinity. The Male. Masculinity. The original masculinity. This is the power that all existence comes from. So, before there was a beginning, there was just pure void. The Creator by himself. The Source. The true power of all powers. The origin of all powers. The completeness. The complete. So, now, I'm going to mention the first thing that came into existence from this source. From the original male. The first that came from the source, the original male, the dark, the void, is the self-awareness counterpart of the dark, of the void, of the original male, and the original half. That's right, the female counterpart to the void, the half. All females are known as the half of the male counterpart. That's what XX means. YX represents complete. XX represents half. So anyway, the self-awareness counterpart of the void is also known as, you ready? Chaos. Universal emotion. The self-awareness counterpart, the shadow, the necessary evil. That is what she is. She is a female counterpart to the Creator. Yes. So yeah, the first being that came from the void is the shadow, known as chaos. Then, here's what happens next. The dark created through the shadow. The void created through chaos. And you know what? Who came next? Through chaos as a portal, as the first female portal. From the dark, the original male. What came next is, from the dark through the shadow, is the light. The firstborn of creation, of existence. The light is the firstborn son of the dark and the shadow. The shadow is the mother, the dark is the father, and the light is the son. And the light is the first male extension of the original male, which is the dark. For there's two to everything in reality, the dual mentality of existence. And another term for the dual mentality is masculine and feminine. And masculine and feminine are exactly the same substance as the dark and the shadow. It's all just one and the same all the way to the last realm. It's all that exists is two, the complete and the half. The male, the female. So anyway, back to what I was saying about the light. The light came because the dark created through the shadow, which gave birth to the lights. So, the light was born, and the light is also male, just like the dark. Then, that same dark created through the shadow again, Then came the second born of creation, known as the wisdom. And that's right, she's the second female in existence. Oh yeah. So the dark and the shadow had two children, light and wisdom. Wisdom is the little sister of the light. Yep. But before I talk more about wisdom, these are the other terms that light, the universal light, is known as. You ready? The thoughts of the void, thinking. The logic. The good, the necessary good. The law. Yes, those are the other terms for the lights. Positive. Yeah, other terms for the light, yeah. Now, the little sister of the light, known as wisdom, and the second born of creation and daughter of the dark and the shadow, wisdom is known as imagination, the origin of shape and form. Now, after wisdom was born, the second born, right? The light, male, created through the wisdom, female, and that's where the heavenly beings and gods, goddesses of many kinds, male and female angels, animals up in the heavens, heavenly beings and them made from their surroundings, all that came from the light creating through the wisdom. And that's how the heavens was born. Then, after the heavens was born, the light went further down, along with the mother, the shadow. This time the light created through the shadow. Next, then came water. Yes, water that we drink, that we bathe in. That, water in general, the oceans, all water comes from the union of light creating through shadow. And also water is also male, just like the light and the dark. Then wisdom went further down, and then the water created through wisdom as a portal. Yep. Then came the firmament and the earth. The earth is the son of light, of water and wisdom. The firmament is the sun, and then the second child is the earth, the female, and then the Father in heaven got with the earth and created us humans, animals, spirits, beings of this realm. But this time the earth is the mother of the second family, which is us of this realm, the last realm of existence. So that's why I wanted to mention in this video about the creation order of how things came into being. So yeah, so to put it short, the dark created the shadow counterpart, and then through the shadow created lights and wisdom. Then light created through wisdom created the heavens and heavenly beings that dwell in them. Then the light created through the shadow next. Then came water. The water created through the wisdom. Then came the firmament and the earth. Those are all the realms. So I pretty much explained how the things came into being in the overview instead of mentioning every little detail at once in between, So yeah. Because the original family, before the heavens existed, the source has its own original family. And the original family played a part in helping out with the rest of creation. Oh yeah. So that's what I want to talk about in this first video. Yep. I wanted to share some knowledge that most people overlook or are not aware of. Cause like I said, when I expose everything, I'm literally going to teach people everything in every detail, from microscopic to universal to everything in between. I want people to understand the truth about reality, how simple and easy it is, how it's not hard as you think it is. Everything that happens on purpose too. There's no such thing as random chance. It may appear that way to the average human, but see, everything is controlled. Remember, the Creator is not called the good. The Creator is beyond good and evil. The dark is beyond good and evil. The shadow is the necessary evil. The light is the necessary good. And the wisdom is the origin of shape and forms. So understand that the average human being confused shadow with dark, not realizing they're two different entities. Just like how many people confuse light with wisdom, thinking they're both the same thing, but they're different One is male, one is female. Wisdom is the sister, light's the male. This is why in existence, every time you become enlightened, light manifests first in wisdom. Because everything that happens on Earth repeatedly is just a repeat of creation process. So things happen the same way. If you actually pay attention to how things play out, you realize it's the same thing as how the origin. Oh yeah, and everything that happens in heaven happens on Earth. Wherever it happened up there manifests on Earth. Because all the realms are connected. Alright, so this is my second video. Peace.